Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we'll be looking at the Ford Bronco Heritage Edition. This one is a four-door. Before we get this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Super Ford here in Salt Lake for giving me some time with this Bronco. I'll include a link to the website in the description down below. If you have any questions, just ask for Jaden. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2.7 liter V6 that goes through a 10-speed. Fuel economy is 18 around town, 17 on the highway, with power outputs being about 330 horsepower and then 415 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So taking a look at the hood, it is very, very bright blue. I think it's Easter egg blue. We'll look at the window sticker for the exact color. Anyways, down below, you've got the more kind of like baseline headlights, but they still look really good. So the Ford logo is red, but then the grille's white, so it contrasts nicely. Fog lights, recovery points in the front end too. Looks cool. Now this comes with 35s from the factory, and you can see the wheels are painted white to go with the Heritage theme. You got the Bronco logo there, and that stripe goes all the way along. And then you notice the roof is painted white, so it goes with the theme as well. And I'm wondering if this has the Bilstein shocks. Yeah, it does. Cool. So they don't just lift it. Anyways, you can see we've got the side steps there. There's your side profile. We of course have a spare 35 here on the back. And yeah, I think that sums up everything for the exterior nicely with the Heritage. Now popping inside, it's actually just black there on the door panel, but you do get these special cloth seats that are kind of retro. You know, those vents there for the rear passengers, which is a plus. This leads us up front. Similar theme with the door panels being darker coloration, and then in the kind of retro styled seats. Payload on this is $969 for those of you wondering. Side steps make it so it's easy to get in. Oops, I hit the top there. Got no hands. And look at this, digital gauge cluster. Boom, Bronco. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. That's pretty nifty, right? Got this kind of fancy stitching there on the steering wheel. The dash is just kind of monotone color. But we have front and rear diff lock setup, trail turn assist too. So no stabilizer bar disconnect, but still a very capable vehicle off-road. This is kind of custom for the Heritage with the coloration there. And then we've got heated seats, dual zone, climate. And this is kind of more of a baseline, so we've just got backup camera. But you do have the advanced four-wheel drive system with the GOAT modes, all of your window controls here, and then again the kind of custom coloration throughout. And this is kind of cool. Up top you got a little bit of top insulation there, and then 6 auxiliary switches. Now when it comes to pricing, it's pretty interesting. So this is a 662A equipment group. $56,880 is the total MSRP on this, with all the options that it has equipped. So let's take it out. Bronco, right? Let us set off. I think this Heritage Edition is actually a pretty darn good value in the Bronco lineup because it gives you the cool, I think one of the coolest looks you can get with the new Bronco. And you get a cool retro interior, and you get diff locks and 35s and the Bilstein shocks, and it's less than 60 grand. Again, this ain't cheap by any means, but this is, if I were to get a new Bronco, this is probably had package out. I do like the stabilizer bar disconnect for off-road use, but I would be more than okay with living without that to have something at a lower price point. Just my 2 cents on that. Now, with the Sasquatch package, this is not going to be a luxury car for those of you that are wondering if it'll be a luxury car in terms of the drive. It's going to be a little bit firmer with the suspension. Again, you got to remember this is a truck-based SUV, right? Body on frame. It's got a solid rear axle, but it's very daily drivable, and torque is wonderful. It's got great low end. You are going to get some wind noise. It's convertible. It's the price you pay to be able to take the top off. say overall, not too bad. You can hear the wind whistling all around. It's there. It's not the worst, but it's there. I got mixed up with the driveways. But turn signal on a little bit too early. Yeah, this thing looks cool. I'm seeing it in the window there. This is just such a good look. Super smart for Ford to do this. And to make the Heritage Edition, because you can get it in the limited package, which is expensive, but to make it available without being fully loaded, I think was really smart, because it makes it accessible. Again, there's a lot of people, they just want the looks. They don't want to have to pay a crazy price for them. That is a clean 100 series. Ooh, well, it's a Lexus version, but still clean. Get one more little acceleration here. Yeah, it's just, see, the thing is, you barely have to get into it. Like, you don't have to go, you're topping around 2,000, 2,500 RPMs, 3,000 maybe. It's a great torquey engine. So, let me know you guys think about the Bronco Heritage, but I think this is one of the coolest packages you can get in the new Bronco because of the looks, because of the equipment that it provides, and at the price point that it's at. I mean, this is like, what? A bit more expensive than a... I mean, base model Sasquatch has gotten more expensive nowadays. That's kind of what this is, right? It's like a base model Sasquatch, but it looks a lot cooler. I mean, I guess unless you're not into the colors, which, fair enough, to each their own, but I'm usually not a white on blue type guy, but I think it looks good. It looks good on the big Bronco. I will say the Bronco Sport, I am not sold on the Heritage on that. It's not the most offensive thing I've ever seen in my life, but I think it's also just because the Bronco Sport's just not, it's like the dorky little thing. It's a Ford Escape with a Bronco badge on it. It's kind of funny. Let me know your thoughts.